Hello friends, welcome. Today is going to be a good day. I rented this car earlier to get myself to the airport to fly to Washington D.C. This is going to be a fun weekend trip. Welcome. You might be wondering, why, Dre, did you rent this car? Just to get to the airport. Well, unfortunately, a kind gentleman accidentally hit the Honda C and destroyed it. It's total. So I'm without a car. I still have the Fantasy, of course, but we better get going. Whatever. I love traveling. I love it. I love all parts of it. I like trains, planes, all the automobiles. I like traveling MCO, especially MCOs Orlando, because I have TSA pre-check and these people don't. And my line is much shorter. So I like that part.
So please come back and visit us again very soon. It's Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer. Hope you enjoyed the Orlando experience.
It's a smooth train. I like this. I always like this one. Buddy Dyer gives that nice message. I'd like to meet Buddy Dyer.
Please stand clear of doors and hold on to handrails.
Yeah, it's a bummer about the Honda C. I really love that car. As you know, I took care of it. Put Lucas oil in it, made a video about how to change the oil in it. It's pretty popular. Get a lot of nice comments on it. I'm gonna miss that car. The Fantasy's just not conducive to driving long distances at the moment. I am preparing it for a very long trip, and that very long trip does not involve what's happening this weekend, which is a very important event. I've arrived at the hotel for the evening. It's a nice place. I had an interesting day of travel, little complications here and there. Accidentally booked a hotel room for the wrong nights. So, things happen sometimes. I was in a hurry. I made these travel plans, well, a long time ago, but not the details. I didn't really know where I was staying, what I was gonna be exploring while I was here. I like it like that though. Like a little bit of unplanned activities. This is a nice hotel, nice town. I wish it was a little more light outside so I could show you around tonight, but I'm gonna take it easy, go find a bar, have a beer or two, and chill out from a day of travel. I'll get with you in the morning, show you around a little bit. The room is really nice. I'm surprised. Just walking down the street and saw this thing. I think it's a light. I'm not really sure. I've never seen anything like it. I found myself in this part of town called Adams Morgan. It's pretty close to the hotel. It's like the entertainment area. It's a historical part of town that apparently used to be not much of anything, and now they've turned it into this. You've probably got one of these type of areas in your city. They take the defunct area, make it something not defunct, put some restaurants, some fancy wine bars, some music in it, and boom, here you go. Now we got this stuff. It's nice. Some art on the walls, of course. Gotta have that. The Grand Duchess here is not an exotic fish store. Just so you know, it's a drinking establishment. Got my decaf. I'm exploring the hotel a little bit. Really looking for a hot tub. That's what I'm doing. Oh, this looks like a restaurant. It's a lobby restaurant. Oh. It's a little out of my league for this morning. Been wandering around here for about 10 minutes looking for an entrance to the pool area. I hear they have a pool. Oh, this is definitely not the pool, but they got these convention rooms in here. This place is massive. Wow. I found the pool area. It's outside. I thought it'd be inside since we're in a northern climate. That's okay. Oh, there's not one, but two hot tubs. Which one shall I choose? That one. This is the life. Yes, this is very different than what I normally would be doing. The last couple of months, hot tubs were not part of my plan for the day. Hotels and hot tubs. Sounds like a song, doesn't it? Hotels and hot tubs are I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I do know that I like this coffee. Yeah. Nice. I think it's about time to get out of here and move on. What do you say? Let's go. There's a lot of art in this hotel. Big pieces all over the place. Some more art. The hot tub was great. This facility is nice. I've been walking around checking it out. Last night when I walked out of here to go explore the neighborhood, I saw on the front of the building some historical information about people who stayed here, and I knew there was some history about this hotel, but I didn't know how deep it went. I had a conversation with the concierge a few minutes ago. It told me all kinds of stuff about the neighborhoods around here, some of the historical locations in the neighborhood. This is amazing. There's so much American history here, and especially in this hotel. This is the only hotel in Washington, D.C. with property. The only one. They have that huge pool out there, this big garden area in the back. This is really neat. He told me about some of the people that have stayed here and the hauntings of the hotel. Apparently, some really crazy stuff has happened here since 1930 when it opened up. Let's go walk around. I'll show you some things. All throughout the hotel are these showcases with some historical photos, a menu to the restaurant, pictures of the ballrooms, and the famous pool. The pool here we visited earlier didn't always used to be outside. It was an indoor facility, and it's where they tested the Lambertson respiratory unit. It was the first predecessor to scuba gear. Worked fabulously well. The US government was involved with this, and it was just a student at a university that came up with this idea, tested it right here in the waters of the indoor pool. That is long since gone and clearly been remodeled. But interesting fact about the pool area here. Lots of famous people have stayed here, including the Beatles, lots of other musicians too. Aretha Franklin, Frank Sinatra, all the popular Smothers Brothers were here. I loved them when I was a kid. Louis Armstrong, the Supremes, Liza Minnelli, lots of people. Liberace. 2 days after their Ed Sullivan debut, they stayed here at the hotel and wrote this set list out for their local concert. Gave it to a girl here in the hotel. Right down this hallway is one of the most famous rooms in the hotel, where Franklin Delano Roosevelt could be found playing poker with his friends on a regular basis. Room 406, the very end of the hallway. Right there. Franklin Delano Roosevelt didn't just play cards in room 406. He had his inauguration ball here in the hotel in 1933, and that was the beginning of an era. They say that Franklin Delano Roosevelt was one of the top 3 presidents of all time, alongside Washington and Lincoln. And he spent a lot of time here in this hotel, along with 11 other presidents, including John F. Kennedy. He spent time sipping cocktails in the Blue Room, they say. I'm trying to locate that. Here on the east side of the hotel are the Parkview rooms. I found the Blue Room. The Parkview rooms were an addition that was added on sometime in the 50s. It's not original to the hotel, but they say a lot of activity happens back here. Paranormal activity. A family was killed in one of these rooms. The father killed his wife and his child, and then killed the maid. That happened in one of the rooms back here. There's a lot of stuff that is seen, experiences that the staff has talked about. Let's see if we can find anything here. These rooms were apparently the site of a lot of paranormal activity, so much so that one of the security guards refused to come back here after a period of time. Too many weird things happened to him, including one evening when not just one hotel room, but 4 of them right in a row, first to 4th floor, all the way up and down, had the hot water on full blast, and nobody was staying in this part of the hotel. That would freak me out too. One of the maids told a story that she was tapped on the shoulder and her name was whispered into her ear in this hallway. So far, I've felt no tappings on my shoulder, whispers in my ear, or seen or heard any water running or anything crazy. Seems like a nice part of the hotel. I have found the garden entrance. I hear it's very nice. I love all these annual flowers. You don't see displays quite like this in the Florida lands. Seems like the right place to have a wedding, something like it out here. Beautiful. Some hammocks off in the distance. Kind of looks like they're getting sprayed. Doesn't look like they're getting sprayed with the sprinklers, but they're not. Passing back by the Blue Room, I'm wondering how Kennedy got caught drinking in here, because it doesn't look like much of a bar. The Omni Shoreham Hotel is a really great place to stay. It's affordable too. It's one of the lesser expensive hotels in the area. It's probably because they have more than 800 rooms, so you got to fill those things. The way I found this place was last night. I had this whole debacle with my hotel room that I messed up the dates on. Couldn't get a hold of that customer service company. Couldn't change anything, so I had to get another hotel room. On Priceline, I was looking, and it had this special deal. We'll pick a hotel, you don't get to pick it, and here's your deal. So I just randomly floated to this hotel, had no idea about the history or where I was going even at the time, and landed in this place. This is awesome. I love finding these historical locations and learning about, especially American history, and how a simple hotel has played a part in a major way in the entertainment industry and the political scene. All those presidents and the inauguration balls and the concerts and other events that happened in here. It's a display case with some of the major players of the Omni Shoreham. President Clinton's inaugural ball. I remember watching that. One of my favorite actresses. Can't hardly see her with the glare. Julia Roberts. Hello. Joe DiMaggio. Truman's Secret Getaway, it says. Place to be in the 1950s. I see here, I'm reading the place to be in the 1950s. It talks about the Blue Room being the place to be. That's where all the action happened. I understand now. Heck, if I were JFK, I'd hang out here too. Which if I was anybody, I'd hang out here. I like this place. I suggest you look it up and stay out here for a night or two if you're visiting the Washington D.C. area. Thanks for joining me today, friends. I appreciate it. We're gonna move on to some other very cool things here in the city, and I'll tell you more about why I'm here in the next video. Thanks for joining me, friends. I'll see you in the next video.